Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. The top 4 race, it's heating up massively. The lowest teams in it, we got United, Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham, Everton, even Spurs. So plenty of teams fighting for top 4. City are running the league, so that's one spot gone. We got 3 spots remaining for about 5 or 6 teams. In this video, we're going to focus on Man United, because the last 2 games, both 0-0s against Chelsea and Palace. You know, people are starting to ask questions about Ole again. Is Ole the right man for the job? And this season, as a United fan myself, it's been a very up and down season. You know, we've had great results. Think of PSG away, Paris, bet them 2-1. Think of Leipzig, Champions League, we won that game 5-0, but then we ended up getting knocked out of Champions League and into the Europa League on Thursday nights, which is just banter. Winning against Southampton 9-0 this season, also losing 2-1 to Sheffield United. So, you know, it's been an up and down season. Currently, as this video is being recorded, United are on 51 points, 14 behind the leaders Man City. They are second place, barely, just had a Leicester who are starting to bottle it themselves. They're 7 ahead of 5th place Chelsea and 8 points ahead of 6th place Liverpool. They are playing each other as this video is being recorded, so if one wins, it narrows the gap down. If they both drop, then United are still good, and both, you know, have that game in hand against each other. Now, ever since losing to Sheffield United, United fans especially cashing mine back to Sheffield United at home at OT. We were top of the league. We were, you know, believing 21 and 21 was going to happen. You know, people were starting to believe. We lose 2-1 to Sheffield United. Embarrassing. Unbelievably poor performance. And ever since then, Solskjaer's side have played 7 games. They've won 2 of those games, and they've drawn 5, including 3 0-0s. We have, including 0-0s against teams like Crystal Palace. You gotta be beating Palace. Arsenal 0. Arsenal, come on, they're banter. And then you got, of course, the Chelsea 0-0, which United played so negatively, and it makes the result even worse than it was. Also drawn to West Brom in that run, 1-1, which is really poor. United are playing really poor ever since the Sheffield United result as well. Not just the results are poor, the performances are poor. Take out the Southampton win, that was a one-off. They got man sent off early. United have been so poor. They're playing defensively, they're scared to attack. Maguire and Lindelof, you know, we'll get into them later. They're a problem. United, they've won 14 games in the Premier League this season. Out of those 14, 8 of those wins have been by 1 goal. So United are winning games. They're scraping over the line. They're limping over the line here. They're not winning convincingly. And think of some of those games. The Villa game when they won 2-1. A last minute Eric Bailly block. That should have been 2-2. Think of the Fulham game, 2-1. A Pogba wonder goal wins the game. And then the Wolves game, they won 1-0. A last minute Rashford goal. So those results, and then even the Southampton win. We were 2-0 down at the first half, and Cavani gets a last minute winner. United could have dropped loads of points. They could have lost those games, even drawn them. So United, the argument that they're in a false position, you gotta listen to these stats. You know, they could be way further down if they didn't get this slice of luck, and they're not getting that luck anymore. That's why we're getting so many draws. They're not getting any more last minute winners. No more. The penalties have gone way down. Now we can't rely on penalties. But that one against Chelsea Sunday, it was a penalty. But they didn't deserve a win anyway. They're so poor. Now, one thing that might cost Ali his job is his favouritism towards some players, you know. You think of Maguire and Lindelof. Those 2 centre-backs, they got to stop playing together. Maguire, he's been a £80 million flop. There, he said it. He's a flop. He's not 80 million. Never in a million years. 40 million maybe. Not 80 million. Lindelof, he was doing well the season before Maguire came. Maguire's not the right partnership. They're both too slow. So Lindelof, his performances are suffering because he's playing Maguire, and likewise for Maguire playing with Lindelof. They're not a great partnership. Eric Bailly comes into the team. He's played very well in certain games. Recently against Palace, he was a bit shaky. But how can you expect Eric Bailly to play well when you keep bringing him in and out of the side every week? You know, you got a bit of consistency, you know. So I don't really blame Eric Bailly. United in the summer, centre back needs to be number 1 priority. You know, got CDM and right winger, backup right back, maybe another striker. But centre back has to be up there. You know, we'll talk about potential signings soon, later in the video. But centre back is a massive problem. Also the midfield, ever since Pogba got injured against Everton in that 3-3 draw, McFred, as they've been called on social media, or Scott McTominay and Fred, together they're too negative. Neither of them are good attacking league. McTominay has got a few goals, but you know, you can't rely on McTominay to goals. You know, he's more of a box to box than Fred. But there's still not enough creativity. McTominay, he doesn't get many assists. Either does Fred. Fred gives the ball away. Very bad passer. Remember the Chelsea game? Fred took that shot outside the box with his right foot over the bar, and Ollie was giving the thumbs up. You know, it's not a great look for Ollie or Fred, really. Fred, he needs to be playing with Pogba, I think. Fred and Pogba work well together. McTominay and Pogba work well together. The key is Pogba. Now Matic, I think Matic, he's a better passer than Fred and McTominay, but he's slow, he's not very mobile. Matic and Pogba worked very well near the end of last season, but we haven't seen them together ever since, really. And then, of course, having De Gea and Dean Henderson in goal, both wanting to be number one, is not helping. Now, De Gea will be missing 6 games due to personal reasons, so, this is Henderson's chance. And if Henderson doesn't take this chance, I don't want to hear the Henderson argument anymore. Dave's number one. In my opinion, De Gea's a better goalie, stick with him. He'll be much harder to sell as well on the contract he's on. So I'm team De Gea. But here's Hendo's chance, if he can step up, then maybe there's a conversation to be had. If not, he can go in the summer. He's clearly impatient, he clearly is frustrated not playing. Here's your chance, lad. And if he doesn't take it, he's out, in my opinion. And also, Donny van der Beek, the big summer signing, 35 million, hasn't been given a chance, never gets played. So that's another problem Ollie needs, that could make Ollie lose his job, You need creativity in the midfield. Donny can bring that. He doesn't play Donny. Also, refusing to play Amad Diallo, the 35 million pound signing. Diallo, he didn't come out from the youth setup. We got from Atlanta for 35 million. We gotta play him. You can't leave a 35 million pound guy on the bench and say, he's not ready. He's played in Champions League. He's ready. Give him a chance. I don't say start him every game. Don't start him against City in the weekend. But give him a chance. Against Palace, he could have done any worse than Greenwood, Rashford or Cavani. And also overplaying players. People like Maguire, McTominay, Rashford, Bruno, they're all being played into the ground. Bruno has been played into the ground, and he's, you can see he's tiring at this stage of the season. Now, if you think back to Mourinho in 17-18 season, when he came second, you're getting similar vibes here, I think. Some fans are starting to get sick of Ollie now. After the Sevilla loss in 2018 in the Champions League, people are getting sick of Mourinho. And I can see people are starting to turn on Ollie like they did in Mourinho. Mourinho came second that season with 81 points, behind Man City, of course, again. Ollie, the maximum amount of points he can get this year is 83 points, and that's if he wins every game until the end. Granted, we still have to play City, Liverpool, Tottenham, plenty of other teams. We're dropping points to West Brom and Palace, so there's no way in hell we're getting 83 points. So statistically, Mourinho's done better, and Mourinho ended up getting sacked that December, so the signs aren't looking good for Ollie at the moment. Now, to keep him in the job, he's only got 1 year left in his contract after the season. He needs to get top 4, that will get him a new deal. A trophy would be very nice, an FA Cup, Europa League, get a bit of silverware in the pocket. But, the key for Ollie to stay in the job is if he gets back in the summer. Back to 17-18 season. At the 2018 summer, Mourinho, he got Fred for 50 million, he got Dalot for 20 million, and he got Lee Grant for free. Like, come on, what's supposed to do with that? United, they were looking for a centre-back all that summer. At the time, it was actually Harry Maguire, and they didn't end up not getting him. Ollie got him a year after. We're in the same situation. We might come second this season. We might win a trophy, but we need a centre-back, and we need other positions. And we're not, it depends what the board, what will Woodward and the Glazers do. Will they get us that centre-back? He needs to be backed for sure if I'm to keep this job. Otherwise, he could be gone before Christmas of 2022. He's really struggling at the moment. The players are, not really afraid of Ollie. He's a nice guy. They all get along. So, maybe a new voice might be needed at some stage if he doesn't get backed. Now, the summer signings to save his job. As I said, number 1 has to be centre-back. We're hearing Varane rumours, Alaba rumours, Ramos, Koundé. I think number 1 target, if he's available, is Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. He's only got 1 year left in his contract, so I think 60 million. I know the reports are more than that, but I think 60 million is fair for him. The same price for Jules Koundé from Sevilla, a good young defender. I'd be happy with either of those players. Varane, obviously number 1, he's more experienced and he's one of the best centre-backs in the world. But Koundé has potential to be one of the best centre-backs in the world. So if they can get either of the centre-backs, they're pacey, they're both strong. Koundé is a bit small, but that's not going to matter too much when you're playing next to Harry Maguire. He's 6'4", so that won't matter too much. So either of those centre-backs, I think that will solve the centre-back problem. Hopefully Harry Maguire can step up. I think Luke Shaw's doing great. Wan-Bissaka, big question marks have been asked of him going forward. We all know he can do defensively, but going forward, can he do the job? I don't know. Next position, you got the CDM. Matic, he's 33. Pogba might go this summer. We're clearly not going to play Donny there. And McTominay and Fred, they're not really good enough. Fred's 28. He's not going to get much better than this. He's not been in his prime. and McTominay is better going forward. So need a CDM. Number one choice being talked about around social media is Declan Rice. He'll probably cost 70 million. He won't be cheap at all. Maybe if you give him Jesse Lingard and 50 million or something, that might get it done. I don't know. And plus Declan Rice is a bit of a snake anyway, so I'm not too mad to get him in the club. But if you can do the job, come on down, Declan. Number two, a cheaper option. You know, if we're going to spend money on Varane or Koundé, I need to go cheaper. Babakure Samari plays for Lille. Got out eventually. Lille. He's been with United for a few years. I think almost 2 years now. He's meant to go to Chelsea a couple of January transfer windows ago. Ended up not going. There's no money in the French league. I'm sure they'll take 20 million for him. I think he'd be a great signing, you know. Under the radar signing, he'd be a good signing, I think, in my opinion. And of course, the right winger. We're always linked to Jadon Sancho. Will Don Woodward finally get the Sancho deal done? We'll have to wait and see. He's going to cost less than last year anyway, for sure. 80 million's been talked about now. Can we afford to get a Varane or a Koundé and Sancho? I don't know, man. You know, if Pogba goes, yes. If they keep Pogba, I don't know. If you sell Henderson for 40 million, get rid of Dino for 40. Maybe Pereira for 10, Dalot for 10. Get rid of Phil Jones for free. You know, he won't cost anything. And right there you got 50, 60 million there to work with. That's your centre back. Then you usually get to 60 million. United, the Glazers always give Ollie around 60 million. You need to squeeze out 20 more for Sancho. The CDM's not looking likely at all. Never mind the backup right back for Wan-Bissaka, a bit of competition for him. So I don't know. Ollie, I think if he doesn't change his style of play, the fans are gonna, give up on him, throw in the towel. And that's not, it's gonna be sad to see, another manager go, this is a massive summer for Ollie though. If he gets top 4 and a trophy, massive summer. The board need to back him. Otherwise he'll be gone by Christmas, for sure. So he needs to get backed. And he needs to play Donny van der Beek as well. Decide his goalie. Get rid of Maguire and Lindelof. One of those two anyway. Don't need to sell him, just don't start him. Get that CDM in. It's not going to be easy, but it's a big summer. We got to do stuff to keep buying the job. It's going to cost more money to sack him and bring in a new one. And if we did get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there's only 2 names really out there. Julian Nagelsmann from Leipzig has to be number 1 choice for sure. We also got Allegri out there who's got no club. And Allegri, he's got a point to prove. Very, very successful spell at Juventus, winning Serie A every year, getting the 2 Champions League finals. I'm a big fan of Allegri. I wouldn't hate if he came in. But Nagelsmann has to be number 1. But hopefully, the board back Ollie. Best case scenario, the board back Ollie, get some good players in, and we go from there. But anyway guys, that's the video. Tell me what you think. Do you think Ollie is Ollie the right man? Tell me that. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe for new, and turn on notifications because I've got plenty of videos coming out, so stay notified. And all I say guys, I'm out of here.